5 years ago, Godzilla and Kong had a big fight. Godzilla went into the ocean after defeating Kong. No one has seen Godzilla since then. After 5 years, we see an island. This is Kong's home in reality, but on the screen he is larger than before. Kong likes to play in the water when he wakes up. A little girl can be seen there. He was so happy with her. They were such good friends and Kong never argued with her and always listened to her. However, this child is unable to communicate and hear. We observe that Kong is very powerful. He was quite aggressive. He went after a tree and threw it into the air, shattering the energy barrier in the process. We discover that Kong was brought to the settlement so that Godzilla would avoid it, because these titans can destroy one another and it is a worry that they will battle again. They are kept apart. Since Kong grew in size, he was relocated elsewhere due to his presumed invulnerability. Then we see a man who worked for a firm. He was a hacker. The corporation in which he worked produced cutting-edge technology, such as machinery and robots, but the hacker is doubtful about his employer's modernity. The firm is developing a product that should not be created. As a result, he exploits the company's data. He learns that this firm is transferring a big object to Hong Kong. But then the alarm goes off there. It was a warning that Godzilla was on his way. Godzilla emerged from the sea soon thereafter. As he appears, he begins demolishing everything around him. Nobody knew why Godzilla was slaughtering everyone in such a vicious manner. Because he is a savior of mankind, we learn about Godzilla's nuclear power in this section. Using his abilities, Godzilla destroys the company entirely. That's when the word got out across the world that Godzilla had appeared. But this time, his form is different from before. He isn't like he used to be. He formerly saved the world, but he now kills people, and no one knows why. The owner of this company tells everyone about a project they have been working on. They will develop a gadget that is able to fight Godzilla. Madison is a young woman who was watching the broadcast. She rejects Godzilla's attack since she knew him well. This information is considered a rumor by her. Madison stated that Godzilla was unable to cause harm because he assists and rescues people. Madison goes to his father and explains that he can't do things like this any longer. Someone did something to him. Madison's father informs her that these creatures and titans are, in fact, human. They have the ability to change their emotions as well. Godzilla has altered since then and is now killing humans. Madison leaves after that and listens to the hacker's call on the internet. A hacker uploads an internet video about the event. Madison intends to go and speak with the hacker. She'll look into it and ask why Godzilla has gotten so violent. Why did he bring that firm to ruin? Later, the company's owner meets with Dr. Nathan. Nathan was a scientist by profession. The company's owner tells him that your idea of the hollow earth is correct. That is where titans are born. In reality, Dr. Nathan wrote a book about the hollow earth and it is called Under Earth. A second earth known as Hollow Earth also exists under the earth. It's out of sight and no one can see it. It provides energy to titans. There, the firm's owner allows Dr. Nathan to meet another individual. He tells Dr. Nathan that we've discovered an energy source within the hollow earth. We don't know whether it exists in the world above us. It's beneath our planet's surface. These titans consume energy from the hollow earth as we obtain solar energy. If they are able to discover enough energy, they will be able to challenge Godzilla. Dr. Nathan questions, but how are we supposed to get there? My brother attempted to go there a few years ago, but he didn't make it and perished. We learned that gravity was zero in the hollow earth here. As a result, everything rises into the air. The owner of the firm asks Dr. Nathan not to worry about it, because his company developed an anti-gravity vehicle. Will utilize its help to go to the hollow earth. The company's owner tells him that every Titan has the power to locate himself a place where he can call home. So we need the services of a Kong. Following that, Dr. Nathan visits his medical friend. This female scientist has been looking after Kong. He tries to convey to her that we should return Kong to his habitat. His house is within the hollow earth, so we can't keep him there for long. If he gets out of here, Godzilla will go after him. Kong is only safe on the hollow earth. The female scientist reluctantly agrees with this hypothesis, because they had no alternative left to them since. Then they carry Kong away with them to the hollow earth, where he is chained. According to the girl, Kong was enraged because he was chained. The female scientist is told by the chief of the army that we will not pass Godzilla's path. We'll take another approach to ensure that Godzilla doesn't find out about it. Yes. We should follow these steps precisely, says the female scientist. Godzilla and Kong have a long history as rivals, because they both consider themselves the king of monsters. They will cause havoc if they meet. Then Madison and her buddy go to encounter the hacker. The hacker informs them that the firm is preparing to create a significant thing. When it's completed, it will be moved to Hong Kong. Godzilla didn't want it, so he wrecked the company. We can see that the alarm began to ring on board the ship where Kong was. That little girl tells the female scientist that Godzilla is on his way. Dr. Nathan states that, as Godzilla emerges outside, we should set Kong free and unshackle him, so he may compete with Godzilla and save us by doing so. Finally, Godzilla appears in view. He was going towards them by blowing up a ship. When Kong finds out that Godzilla is on his way, he starts shouting loudly. He was, however, shackled. Then they fire rockets and missiles at Godzilla. It has no effect on him. Godzilla sets fire to their airplanes. Godzilla was approaching Kong's ship. Godzilla destroys the ships of both sides. Their boat is turned upside down by Godzilla. As a result, both Godzilla and many people begin to sink in the sea. Then they free Kong's bonds. Therefore, when Kong battles with Godzilla and saves them, Godzilla and Kong have a huge fight. Kong throws Godzilla into the ocean far away. He then straightens the slanted ship, saving lives. Godzilla rises once more, determined to board the same vessel as that young lady. Kong leaps from one ship to another in order to reach the one where Godzilla is heading. Kong's blows to Godzilla are powerful. Godzilla also hammers Kong back. Kong collapses to the ground. Kong gets up once more and assaults Godzilla, who is sent into the sea. It irritates Godzilla greatly. Looking at it, he employs its nuclear abilities. Kong leaps into the water to save his life after seeing it. The light of Godzilla's nuclear power shines throughout the area, catching everyone by surprise. We learn about Godzilla's strength in this section. Godzilla fights with King Kong on the surface of the sea. Godzilla could breathe underwater, but because Kong was comparable to humans, he couldn't. As a result, it appeared that Kong had been defeated. Godzilla was taking King Kong into the depths of the ocean to murder him. Dr. Nathan says that we should assist Kong since Godzilla will kill him if we don't. They launch a barrage of missiles into the sea. Because of this, Kong comes out to defend his life. Dr. Nathan orders all of the machines and engines to be turned off. Everything must be shut down, including all equipment and engines that Godzilla believes you are deceased and defeated. Then they switch everything off one by one. Godzilla glares at Kong and then departs. The female scientist adds that if we keep going, Godzilla will realize that we are alive and attack us. How can we go forward as a result of this? Dr. Nathan claims that we will fly him up to carry him away. Madison goes into that firm with her pals on the other side. She intended to inspect what this firm was producing, which Godzilla felt enraged about and attacked. They discover enormous eggs of an animal as they explore the area. Their door is locked when they discover the eggs, indicating that there's a machine in operation somewhere else. It was transporting the eggs to Hong Kong as well. Then we see that the army is successful in bringing Kong to the Hollow Earth's cave. They request that Kong enter the Hollow Earth's cave, but he refuses. They decide to ask the girl to force him so that he may go there. Because he didn't refuse that girl, Kong would know that there are many other creatures here. He agrees to go to the cave. They followed Kong on their anti-gravity cars, so they were saved from falling off of the Earth. Many distinct monsters might be found in the terrestrial Hollow Earth. When their anti-gravity vehicle is assaulted by a flying monster, things get interesting. That girl was about to be attacked by that monster, but Kong put an end to it. The monster's head is cut off. Following after him, everyone else follows behind. There was no gravity on the Hollow Earth, therefore everything in the air was flying. Madison and her pals arrive in Hong Kong. They hear about covert weapons while there. This firm has produced another Godzilla to fight Godzilla. Mechagodzilla is its name. The person in charge of the operation was introduced to Dr. Nathan by the company's owner. The Skullcrawler is left behind to examine Mechagodzilla's powers. Using his abilities, Mechagodzilla kills the Skullcrawler. Here's where the problem arises. They realized that they needed more power to operate Mechagodzilla correctly. After several failed attempts to bring back Mechagodzilla, the company's owner sought for an energy source in order to resurrect him. Later, we learn that Mechagodzilla is reactivated. When Mechagodzilla becomes active, Godzilla senses it. He sets out for Hong Kong, where he believes the Mechagodzilla is located. Hollow Earth was a spectacular sight. The mountain of Hollow Earth had an energy source. Kong travels there to open the door. He snarls menacingly. There, Kong discovers a weapon, axe, created from Godzilla's body. He sits on a throne-like chair with an axe. As if he were a king, Godzilla arrived in Hong Kong, and he's now heading to Mechagodzilla. Everyone is rushing to save his life. Kong discovers the power source there, discovering that it can also charge this axe, because his axe worked when fully charged and became stronger. Godzilla understands that someone has arrived, so he sets about launching his nuclear energy on the ground. The ground is pierced by this nuclear energy, which then reaches Kong. The female owner of the business plays a trick on them. She transmits a sample of this power to the firm in order to activate Mechagodzilla. Kong comes to Hong Kong and assaults Godzilla with his axe, which gets wedged in a building. Godzilla falls down the Kong in order to fight him. Godzilla attempts to kill Kong using his nuclear abilities many times, but each time, Kong fights with bravery and survives. Then Kong attacks Godzilla with his axe, injuring him in the process. Godzilla becomes enraged and hurls Kong away with his nuclear abilities, but, once again, Kong halts Godzilla's power with his axe. For a long time, they fought intensely. Because Godzilla was so strong, it appeared that Kong would succumb to his injuries. Godzilla wounds and then throws Kong into the scene. When he becomes enraged, his teeth start to chatter. Seeing this, Kong begins to growl as well, and Godzilla departs for Kong. The company's owner discovers the energy source that will enable him to activate Mechagodzilla. We find out that Mechagodzilla is enormous and far more powerful than Godzilla in this scene. But he is in control of everything. The company's owner is murdered by Mechagodzilla. His assistant next follows suit. Then Mechagodzilla breaks down the wall outside, coming out to fight Godzilla. When Godzilla sees Mechagodzilla, he charges at him in an attempt to kill him. They have a fierce battle on their hands. Godzilla looked defenseless when Mechagodzilla was so powerful. Mechagodzilla batters Godzilla a number of times, and he falls to the ground. Madison and that hacker work to shut down Mechagodzilla's power supply. However, because the machines that were locked, they could not do so. Injured Kong on the other side is shown, who has gotten considerably worse since before. He was on his deathbed. That girl can hear Kong's heartbeat and predicts that his life will soon come to an end. Dr. Nathan claims that in order for Kong to survive, we'll need to give him an electric shock. They apply the anti-gravity car's shock to him. Kong shakes violently, and he is now alive and conscious once again. That young lady informs Kong that Godzilla isn't our adversary. He's a companion, so go assist her. Godzilla goes there in order to rescue him. When Kong appears, Mechagodzilla is about to kill Godzilla. When Kong arrives, he saves him. Godzilla understands that Kong and I should fight together. Both of them were under the heavy burden of Mechagodzilla power. Unfortunately, Kong's axe wasn't charged. Nonetheless, despite this fact, Kong attacks Mechagodzilla with his axe. When Mechagodzilla was going to kill Kong, Godzilla stops him. The hackers in Madison couldn't turn off the device, so they put water on it. Mechagodzilla was shut down for a while. When he had the opportunity, Godzilla launched Kong's axe with his nuclear energy. Because of his extreme strength, Kong destroyed Mechagodzilla by breaking his hands and feet, dismantling all of his bodily components, and finally detaching his head. Everything returns to normal after Mechagodzilla's death. Godzilla, on the other hand, rises once again. Kong reaches for his axe and prepares to battle Godzilla. However, since they assisted one another, Godzilla returns to the sea from which he came. Kong went down into the Hollow Earth with that little girl in tow. This film concludes here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe to my channel.